Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Where's the damn game? Oops, stupid game. Oop, there I am. Okay, cool. Just gonna close that. Might as well. Yeah, let's get this thing started. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's up? It's your buddy, your friend, your like local nonchalant. Whatchamacallit? It's your friend McGee, coming at you live once again with another Animal Crossing video. So, and I just noticed my camera's messed up. Woo! That's great. Let's take care of that, and we'll get things started soon as I get this wonderful piece of technology working. Deactivate. Reactivate. There we go. Yep. That looks about right. Okay, cool. So let's get this thing launched up and going. And good, we're on the right Wi-Fi. The last time I noticed that we actually were having some minor issues, mostly because reasons. And that's mostly internet issues, pretty much. And that's a very fun thing. Oh, Isabel's gonna. Hello there. Right now in Morio, it's 5:30 p.m. on Monday. No, it's not. Today on my stroll, I found the loveliest decorated cake. Oh no, no, not the egg! Ah, it's Bunny Day! Damn it! Oh, okay, so CJ's visiting, so that's actually good. But I really do hope they fix the egg thing. Oh my god, the horror. The horror of Egg Day. I forgot it was going to be Egg Day soon. Oh, man. Let's open this up. Bank of Nook. Accounts gotten to Tonka. Cool. Alright, let's, oh man, I got a lot to do. They're probably going to be chastising me for not being, being here for a couple days. It's just been kind of crazy on my end, so, which we'll get to, obviously. But first, I'm going to open this bad boy up. Morio Airport. I want visitors. Let's see, via online play. Roger. And let me just, alright. So you want to invite? I want to invite via Dodo code. I want to invite everyone. Okay with that? Let's see. Yes, invite everyone. So Dodo code. And is 7 DRL7. So we'll put that in the chat. Oop, that is. There we go. 7. Oh, I didn't even put it. Okay, so 7 DRL7. There we go. 7 DRL7. We got that in the chat. Okay, cool. We'll close this up. Now we grab my black coffee because I'll explain in a minute. Yeah, I have so Advent viewers. Oh, Huh, Nick's online. Okay. That must be Wee West. Alright. Advent viewers might actually catch the fact that I only streamed once last week. And there's also a little thing going on. Should really send a message to him somehow. Like I actually know how to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I know BOS, I know. I'm just gonna write the quickest message possible to you. There you go. So some viewers might actually notice that I only went live once last week, and there were some issues with a certain popular video service online. This thing was called what's it called? Oh yeah, it's called YouTube. And yeah, YouTube has decided, you know, right in the beginning of my stream to decide to mess with me, giving me more of a headache. Oh no, it is it is 8-day. But YouTube decided to stop my stream about like 7 minutes in due to concerns of violence, which yeah, I'm not gonna gloss over it. That's bullcrap because you know, yeah, the video obviously was not meant for kids, and yet they deemed it was too violent for their services, despite the fact that I've made videos before that were way more violent and way more sweary, and I was worse. What was even funnier is that I was basically put the same video back up after I was done streaming, and I just re-uploaded it, and they were fine. So yeah, it was weird, and YouTube obviously just kind of used an algorithm to say, no, we don't like it this time around. Try again. So yeah, it just annoys me that that was the case. So that was one thing. The other thing that kind of set me off for that week was I actually had a lot more work than needed. So essentially, I couldn't basically think of a good time to actually hop online and do more Call of Duty or Animal Crossing, because I didn't know what time I was going to be back from work. So it was just, I was actually having a lot more work in my personal life than normal. So I do apologize ahead of time. I just want to apologize and say that obviously, you know, I'm more apologetic towards, you know, not being able to stream than I am with the violence. But I am sorry. I didn't say I was going to be busy that last weekend. Yeah, it was true. Oh, I was so tired. But yeah. So now we're gonna get back on track and try and get more videos this week. So try and hopefully make up for it. As for my last stream and why it disconnected, and to YouTube being all. And to all of YouTube being essentially, like, taking down my videos because they thought I was too violent. No, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not. I know you think I did something wrong, but no, I didn't. I really didn't. But, yeah, that's going to be the end of that. I'm going to make it an effort to try and, you know, swear as little as possible and not stop the violent content, but that's the best I can do, so what you gonna do, right? Anyway, Animal Crossing. That's all I'm gonna say about that, and just move on. B West, buddy, you're here. Where'd you go? just wanted to address the elephant in the room. But anyway, let's go and find out where B West is. See what he wants. Hey, I am. Long time no see. What you up to? See? I'm over 7,000 push-ups a day, but you can't beat that. But the latest. I'm not gonna read all that. Oh! No! Zipper! No! I don't want to look for eggs! I don't! This is a curse! 6 eggs that are on the aisle. I don't want to find eggs! No! I still have mental scars for that. No! Let me go! Yeah. No! He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're going to axe him. I don't have anything of a long enough reach to, you know, smote him. Eek. Sea bass, nice. I won't. Thank you. I don't like egg hunting. I gotta plant these azaleas somewhere. I think I will plant those bushes. Plant 2 red. Fossil? Nope. Frickin' egg! Sorry. No! More eggs! Oh my god, eggs! They're everywhere! Ah, egg! I fought in the trenches, you know, like, but this is the thing that annoys me. Can I keep eggs I find? Yes. Yes, you can have all the eggs. In fact, take them. Get them off my island. I'll plant a pink one. Right here. Yay, hey! Oh, they made it. I must purge this. You're just in time. I'm trying to purge my island of the scourge that is the eggs. Nope. They're everywhere, and I feel like they're just as bad. I can't do this. I mean, B West seems to be having. I don't know. B West is seemingly actually having a lot more fun than me. Ah! Egg! B West! There, I pooped an egg. Enjoy my poopy egg. I really just don't like these eggs, man. I think you... Oh, God. You get stuff for eating the eggs scrambled. Yeah, I'll buy it. Ooh, curry with rice. I'm gonna buy that. Like a sparkly wrapper you could trade in for all the stuff you want. Hey, my phones, old school. Egg massage. Massage? That's a mess. No. Storage. 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 Oh yeah, absolutely. Like. I mean, again, I would kill to actually like go actually have that like and eat it, you know. I don't want it. Thank you. Alright, so let's see. Place item. I want to... place item. I think there was like one more. Yep, there it is. Oh, that looks nice. Yep. You can totally store bugs now. If I knew how to make all this food, though, I would totally make it, like, all the time instead of, like, lazily making sandwiches. Which is, like, my prime food. I know, he's like, what? Fit? Like, you know, like, it's not fish? Exactly, I would go and, like, you know, I would love to go to a place that has all that food. I mean, that's fish room. Eh. Animal Crossing cookbook. I think they have that, actually. Ooh, wooden chest. Nice. Wow. Yep. Worship the lava lamp. Oh, my light. It's just so bright today. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm so, like... I'm so tired. I just can't look at... I can't look at the screen. Oh. Just gonna see if there's a lesser, brighter setting. Nope, that is as dim as it will go. Yep, once I'm all settled in, I think I'm going to... I'll probably end up, talking to him. Just gonna move that to the side. How does that look? Yeah, that looks fine. There we go. Now it's on my face. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. Yep, that's just Kit Kat with a bandana I gave him. The butt trees are looking well this season. What? What butt? What? Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, hey dog. The butt trees? Care to explain something to us? Oh, the peaches. You're really weird. I just did not get that right away. Whew. Oh, that was some more coffee. You love it. Fair point. Is that a Joker mask? Ballroom mask. Whew. Football jersey. Shirt with camera. Look for print shirt. Nice, but not my thing. Not a bad robe, but also not my thing. Ruffled dress. You know, maybe, but nah. Tiny hat. Let's see. Okay, that looks fly. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything. Oop! My ears! Ooh, wow! It's a little shame, but I'm gonna have to change the admit this might be like a almost a short stream tonight, just cause. I mean, I'm not gonna make it too short, obviously, but you know. Let's see, I'm going to need StarNet? I don't trust that. Duster. Flimsy net, yep. Fishing rod. COD next stream. Yes, I am definitely planning on playing COD on the next stream. And that is mostly because that's what we've been up to, and despite what YouTube thinks, that is generally what the next stream's going to be for a little while. Because I'm trying to keep again, like constant extreme. I'm trying to keep essentially a rhythm going of just focusing on one game and then doing Animal Crossing in between just to see how things are going. So, you know, like if the game, you know, obviously, if the stream's popular enough, or if people want to see me play that game, or like, you know, things might be a little different on like say April 20th again, because I might be doing something a little different. But, you know, that's like the one exception. That's like a one shot. So like, what I'm planning on doing is I have a lot of headphones. There we go. What I plan on doing is like, again, just mostly focus on COD, and then I have no idea. Depending on how short it is, I'm trying to figure out what comes after COD. I know, you know. You still talk to Ian? You know, my old college roommate, I don't think we brought him up on the show, I guess. But, yeah, to say the least, for those who are unaware, my old college roommate was a guy named Ian, and me and him used to, like, stream, like, well, we didn't used to stream, we used to play, like, co-op games, like, all the time. We used to talk, like, all about, like, lore and, like, what, you know, what we are looking for in games, and what makes it good, you know, and what, like, all that other stuff. And we used to have the debates. We would debate each other, and we would, like, you know, crack jokes about stuff, and it was real fun. But do I talk to him recently? I haven't heard from him, honestly, since the pandemic started. It's just like we just kind of fell out, honestly, but which is sad, but that's honestly sad. It's just honestly what happens sometimes. So I really haven't heard from Ian in a while, and I haven't been able to catch him on Steam, so and that's like the only way I've been able to actually like talk to him. But yeah, it's sad that I haven't been able to catch up, but you know, not much else to talk about nowadays without seeing each other, I guess, you know. I wish he watched me, you know, I wish he watched these videos, but you know. I mean, obviously I stay in touch with, you know, a few people back in the day, and ooh, who the hell is this? Gonzo? I didn't authorize a Gonzo to move here. I'm not here, Gonzo. Listen, buddy, if you're not Gonzo the Great, I'm really not interested. Gonzo. Right, exactly. Sometimes people gotta retreat into themselves about the pandemic times. Yeah. I also didn't know what to like say to him, like, you know. Personally, I tried to get him to play Fallout 76, but that ended up being a thing. A gray koala. Why isn't Gonzo a gorilla? I have Sydney. So now it's redundant. I have two koalas now. I really wanted to get the bunny, like, that I talked to. Like, it was like a bunny in a sports jacket I was talking to. I wonder if he's in the museum. Let's go take a look around. Make his life poop until he moves. I don't want the bunny! I don't like Zipper! Zipper T Bunny scares me, okay? Zipper T Bunny is scary. Like, not scary as in, scary as in, he won't leave me alone. He's a creepy stalker. I don't like Zipper. Oh wow, that's a big ass butterfly. Right, he's like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. He's a dude disguised as a dude that's playing it as another dude. And I don't like that. Also the fact that he, like, I swear that Zipper is the son, is like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. No, that's what's... We don't know. But if you want to get my reference, watch Tropic Thunder. You'll never watch a better. You'll never watch a funny one. It's like one of the funniest movies of recent times. It's hilarious. I ain't got a single piece of art. Thanks, Fred. You found him? He's not in the museum? Oh, so good. I love Tropic Thunder. Key West, where's Gonzo? Oh, I never would have found him. Hey, are we neighbors? Name's Gonzo. At least that's what my mortgage bill pays. Ow! Also, I got an old bill that says I come from Hyrule, so I suppose that's true too. Anywho, I'm looking forward to attempting to get to know you. Take care now. Oh, that's awkward. I totally just stole your neighbor, dude. He's probably the most relatable, like, guy on the island, so that's actually one thing. I guess it's Monday again, huh? Coffee's my go-to whenever I need a kick in the hinders to get me going, mate. I like coffee strong and bitter, just like yours truly. Ha ha ha. Oh. Does it sound relay? That's That's good to know. Deactivate. And I'm back. Yep. How's that? Does that work? Is that fixable? Is that done? Okay, good to know. I think, because I have my settings set up, I think it was like trying to pick up both. Like, it's trying to, like, those two settings to pick up audio, and it was just picking up both. And I think the camera was activated to pick up the audio, which, yeah, it's got a horrible mic, so I don't use it ever, so. Let's see. Didn't I just get a new net? Yes, I did. Go away! What's the latest? I have to exterminate this horrible monstrosity! See, Brendan? Zipper's got a zipper on his back. Yeah, Zipper is essentially a, what's it called? A Freddy's Fazbear Pizza reject. So, I'm not afraid of, Five Nights at Freddy's, personally speaking, but, like, the fact that he's there and he's not, like, he's a reject from that is freaky, you know? Hey, girl! This is for you! Haha, you look so... Wow, Lisa, you look so sexy. Funny story, Ma. Don't get me started, I will quote The Room quite a lot. Let's see, what was it coming in here for? I don't think he liked Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't think he got Five Nights at Freddy's. I think he just felt like they were just some sort of, like, fatty game. I think he played it once, just didn't like it. He was mostly into horror, like, survival horror. He didn't, like... I'm on his side when I say that horror should be, like, a mix of good pacing and, like almost freaky storytelling, as well as, like, atmosphere, and not giving the player, obviously, a gun, like, taking, like, the, like, ability to overpower your enemies away from the player is essentially a nice touch, too, you know? With the feeling of you shouldn't be there, and there's something that's, like, ominous about that. And Five Nights at Freddy's, it's mostly just, like, waiting to get a jump scare, and if you're really good at the game, you get into this rhythm, and then at some point, you're just kind of like, oh, hi, hey, Freddy. So, like, no offense to the, obviously the Five Nights at Freddy's fans, but it's just like, it's not as scary as you think it is. It's mostly designed to just do a jump scare, and that's it. But it does go out of its way to actually have a decent lore, so there's, I'll give it that credit, you know? So I don't think, I don't think Ian played Five Nights at Freddy's. I think he mostly played, again, survival horror games like, he actually recommended a few to me. Fatal Frame. He actually recommended, like, a whole bunch of them. He actually convinced me to give Dead Space a try, which by the way, hold on a second. Might as well go and get it. I'm not stripping. No, by the way, I'm not stripping. Just give me a second. I had to detach my one microphone. And I'm back. So, I have every one of them, but I want to point out that one of my all-time favorite games is actually Dead Space. And this is my original copy for the PS3. As you can tell, it has kind of collected a little bit of dust, obviously, but the cool thing about this copy of Dead Space, the fact that it survived college, in its red case, is that it has probably more content than, probably has actually more content than, the PC version, so I might end up thinking about streaming Dead Space. Both in the fact that it's basically Resident Evil crossed with Aliens, crossed with almost like, the thing from another world. But, in general, it is actually a scary game. And it is actually, especially from the freaky monster designs. I don't have my... So... And of course, it's another one of those games where it has a decent atmosphere, pacing, and it's there are moments where you do feel overpowered, but the game cleverly takes that away from you at some points. Not by taking away your guns, but mostly throwing more shit at you that you have to figure out how to carve up. You would have to figure out how to stay on your toes, knowing when to fire, knowing when to shoot, and knowing what guns will work for what enemy. So... mostly, it's a game that just always keeps you on your toes, so... I mean, I'd eventually like to stream it one day, so... honestly, it would be really fun, but, that's... something maybe down the road. Sort of? Not really. Zombies is mostly just a repetitive, almost like a no-win situation, and you are mostly giving what you're given based on the map you're on. But Dead Space, again, it's more like, like I said, it's more like Resident Evil, so, because it's a third-person shooter. 2, it has a story, it actually has a story in it, and 3, you have to use, essentially not, conventional weapons. You have to use what's available on the ship. The main weapon you get is the plasma cutter, which is the best weapon in the game, but it's also the slowest in terms of fire. It's one of the slowest in terms of fire rate, and obviously you have to really be incredibly accurate with the plasma cutter in order to hit, in order to hit enemies. But if you know how to use it, it's the deadliest in the game, fully upgraded. But you get things honestly, mining tools to essentially, to fight the xenomorphs, and maybe one gun. An actual it's essentially a assault rifle, but it's, the only traditional weapon in the game. And even then, things like the Ripper, which is a rotating a rotating buzzsaw, the force gun, which is essentially an air gun, are all, and of course, the line gun are all basically more, are mostly all more useful than the assault rifle, so... Three big-time fish in a row. Ball about the size of a squid, so... Oh, let's do it. So yeah, to say that I actually really like Dead Space is a bit of an understatement. But I am truthfully honest when I say that Dead Space is one of my favorite games of all time. Probably not in my top 10, but definitely in my top 20, so... Oh yeah, no, I totally got the collectible from last time, so... It's in the lava lamp loom. I'm trying to turn that into like a fish room, eventually. God, there's like so many other games I've been wanting to play, like, in terms of like horror games, like Alien Isolation, Condemned, Silent Hill 3, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, Fear, Fear 2. Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh is more of a guilty pleasure. If anything else, Yu-Gi-Oh is probably my #1 guilty pleasure game. None of the games are really all that great. They're glitchy, they're buggy, and sometimes cards don't actually work the way you want them to. Oh, sometimes there's bare bones content in some of them. But it's very cathartic to feel like you're overpowering your enemies with when you finally get that one card that you need to kick your enemy's ass. And it's a delight. And, in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh games, the best one, I think, in my opinion, is Yu-Gi-Oh! DX 2005 Championship Edition. Where it's like you're basically a new student at the school and you play alongside with the full cast and basically play up to a certain arc in the Yu-Gi-Oh! DX games. But no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not my favorite game, and just so everyone's aware, there's like absolutely no contest. I'm gonna actually hold up my favorite game, just so everyone can actually know what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna try and like... Ooh, I just sat on something. Yep, what the hell is that? Oh, that's the remote. That went right up Main Street. So, my favorite game of all time is no contest. Like, no contest. Like, Fallout 3. You can't see because of the glare, so... Fallout 3. So, and I'm just gonna let you guys know how fucking insane for me it is that Fallout 3 is one of the games I actually have bought, not once, not twice, guys, on PS3 and Xbox, you know, but also, I have the Collector's Edition of the Fallout Anthology, which is held in a mini-nuke which needs new batteries. It used to be a much louder kaboom, but individual box, as well as the Game of the Year edition on PC, which is the best version if you ever want to play Fallout 3. And now that I've talked about my favorite game, let's talk about which I actually think is, yep, the mini nuke. Yep, Fallout 3 is my favorite Fallout game, and it's my favorite game. But the best Fallout game, I'm going to have to tip my hat. This is the one of the debates that me and Ian actually had over the years, and I actually have to tip my hat, you know, to him, and I've always argued why I liked Fallout 3 more than, you know, it's the actual best Fallout game. But the best Fallout game is Fallout New Vegas. Unfortunately, I have to concede, Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout game. So, because Fallout New Vegas gives you more weapons, better RPG elements, more options, more, you know, like, consequences actually, you know, play into the game. There's factions. The companions are more interesting and easier to get. The quests are more interesting and varied. There's more, you know, like the writing is considerably better. I just happen to like Fallout 3 more. And then Fallout 3 always feels like it's a step forward for Fallout. But for me, that was like a game that gave me everything I wanted in a video game all in one package. So, and that was the first, for me, it's more of a cathartic feeling that was the first time I actually got exactly what, like, I wasn't expecting much, but what I got was a million times more amazing than I ever could have imagined. Now, don't get me wrong, nowadays Fallout 3, if you don't play the PC version, is a bit of a mess. And you desperately need to play, the PC version because that has all the mods on it. That will fix any issue that you have with the game is way better with, like, Fallout 3 is way better with more mods than it is by itself. Like, the Xbox version is probably the best one. The PS, I would say avoid the PS3 version, even though that's the one I started with. And that's mostly because it's a bit buggy, so... the Xbox version is probably the best if you want just the best version of vanilla Fallout. And then obviously play the PC version, especially the modded out, so... But yeah, just Fallout 3. It's a open world survival, first person, third person technically too. RPG. It's an open world game that's also post-apocalyptic. So I might have said two of those twice, but like, I don't know. It's just a mix of, like, you know, almost also horror elements to it. It also is a lot, you know, for me it's a lot more like has horror elements to it. The guns are very satisfying to use, making you use, like, go out and search for all the best equipment as much as you can. You know, I felt like there was a ton of, like, more buildings to raid in Fallout 3 than New Vegas, but, like, even then, I don't know, I could gush about Fallout 3 all night, but I kind of don't want to. It's more of like a thing of, you gotta kind of witness the Fallout games yourself to know what I'm talking about. Like, all of them are really good. Brotherhood of Steel notwithstanding, and 76 has gotten better, but oh boy, the original release. My god, the original release. I tried justifying it as best I can, but Fallout 76 was a mess. But it has gotten better. Especially now that I have it on PC, so... So there's that. Anyway, yeah, seriously, I can gush all day about fucking fucking Fallout 3, and how I wish I had. Honestly, the closest thing we have to that on on the Switch is, of course, the obvious one that's released a million more times than probably any Bethesda game if I can find it. Oh my god, where is it? Blah, blah. Yep, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And oh god, has that game been re-released a million times. And there's a joke that I'm going to have to say is that you are never done with Skyrim. Or Skyrim's never done with you. You're always going to go back to Skyrim. Like, Skyrim is just, I guess that's a testament to it, is that it's just that good that it's been re-released like 8 times already. So like, I know that's not accurate, but like, Skyrim has been re-released so many times. You know, there was the original 7th gen version, the collector's edition, the Game of the Year edition, the next gen the next gen, like the 8th generation edition, the collector's edition, and the Switch version, and then there's the the new special edition, version of Skyrim that came out not too long ago. So six times. You'll never get done with Skyrim. But yeah, if you haven't played Skyrim already, play Skyrim. Hard to finish an open world. Skyrim I actually beat the main campaign, but you'll not it's very hard to 100% it. Fallout 3, also going back to that, finished that too. If you stick to the main story, it's easier, but you get so distracted by side quests. But look, one game that I've never been able to beat, mostly because of how much stuff you need to do in it, is another one of my favorite games, Burnout. Well, and specifically Burnout Paradise. See, the whole point of that game is you've given a small open world, not a big one, just enough, basically a whole city and a bit of the countryside and one island that's added in the DLC. But the game gives you all these really, really fast cars that you have to collect, or at least or at least drive 100% it. And some of the cars are a lot more faster or tougher or do stunts a little bit better. And Burnout, but the game you have to unlock these things by completing challenges. And the cars don't just get unlocked, only get like certain amount ones that you just unlock just by leveling up. You have to also find the new cars and then ram them off the road and destroy them in order to unlock them. So it adds almost like this predator-prey kind of thing where you have to hunt them down and find these cars in order to unlock them. So, and they're not just sitting still at like a garage or anything. They're literally driving around and you have to spot them. So yeah, if you ever want to get into a really good driving game for people who don't like driving games, Burnout Paradise all the way. Yeah, I will admit I do like driving games, but Burnout is more of an arcade-style one, and that's kind of more the ones I'm more used to. Eventually, if I'm going to stream any of those games, I'd like to have at least a steering wheel. Now, my camera is just so high up. I'm going to bring it down. How's that? Yep, that's good. Especially since I'm leaning back. I think I'm going to give this about 10 more minutes before I kind of call it a night. I know that's going to be a little bit early, but I'm trying to get the stream a little shorter than normal, so. One game that I have not been able to finish, and I've been meaning to, is actually another one of my favorite games, actually. I'm going to go get that one, too. So, while I have not played the fifth one of the series, but I have played the fourth one. But so far, my favorite one in this particular game series, Persona, is the third one, which is the Persona 3. Basically, it's another step forward in terms of the game, like Persona series, and it's now revived, almost like it's almost what's the word I'm looking for? Revered. That's it. Revered. Persona games are incredibly revered, especially the fifth one, which I hear is one of the best RPGs of all time. Giorno Giovanna. Hey, Giorno Giovanna. That's JoJo. Great name, dude. Great name. Kinda hard to hear me. Well, I can do one of two things, so. Okay, let me I can just bring down the volume of the game. Just by a little bit, and then raise that up a little bit more. Of course, I've had audio issues from day one, so I do apologize to Giovanna. Oh, thanks for following, man. I really appreciate it. I really I do. Let's actually see who's actually watching. Now that we have a decent viewer count. Let's actually unlock that, so. One, none, and none. Okay. That's depressing. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks, B West. Ladies and gentlemen, we are greeted with a momentous occasion. Giorno Giovanna from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is here. This is actually exciting. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. That works. Really should have made that a cat. Oh, well. Thank you so much for following, Giorno. It's an absolute, honor. You know, the hero of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 5, Golden Wind, has followed me. What an absolute honor. To say the least that, yes, I am a JoJo fan, so, ladies and gentlemen, I do. If you have not watched JoJo yet, as I said multiple times on the stream, you need to watch JoJo. At least give it a shot, and witness the amazingness that is JoJo. I've managed to get my sister into it. And I'm hoping to spread the word, the good word of the Lord JoJo. I think there's a fish underneath the boat of the barge today, but, you know. Anyway, Giorno, if you ever want to actually come to the small island, or the small mock island, Morio, no, not that one. please let me know and I'll send you the dodo code. Well, yeah, you have to keep watching it because it gets good. It doesn't really... JoJo's Bizarre Adventure really starts to pick up once Jack the Ripper jumps out of a horse. Thank you, B. West. Once Jack the Ripper jumps out of a horse, it's a non-stop roller coaster ride, so... Ugh, egg. Bull crap. That's about like episode 5 or so. I think. No, wait. One, two, let's see. Meets Dio. They come adults. Stone Mask. Fight in the Mansion. Yeah, episode 5. It's total legit episode 5. Yeah, no, episode 5 JoJo, you get to meet, like, Baron Zeppeli, you get to meet, like, you know, he fights, he gets into, like, learning how Hamon works. You know, I think he meets back up with Arena again, or, no, it's episode 4. Yeah, no, it gets good. Like, the first episodes are okay, but it gets really good. And for those asking, Battle Tendency is actually my favorite season. I got to John training in Hamon was okay. Completes? Yeah, Danny was a good, poor Danny. But that's not the last time we see a dog in the series. We get actually introduced to another dog later on, but not in season 4 actually, or season 3, part 2. So. Just again, look up Ziggy. He's a Boston Terrier. Who, he has the ability to actually control sand particles, so that's actually kind of cool. No, oh, sorry, Iggy. Yeah, no, okay, Cowboy Bebop's a legit anime, so. Yep, season 3, well, the first season, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 1 is actually separated into 2 parts too, but part 2 is essentially, the proper season 2, and that's Battle Tendency. Part 3 is, what's it called? Stardust Crusaders. Season 3-2 is Battle in Egypt, but it's also just part of, Stardust Crusaders. It's complicated. And then season 4 gets back on track with If Diamonds on Unbreakable, and then Season 5 is called Golden Wind, and then the new season is called Stone Ocean. Yep, Iggy. The Boston Terrier. He's incredibly a quirky dog. And probably one of the second most broken characters in the fighting game, so... Next, the pet shop. Yeah, seriously, but once you get in, because there's always a likable character, even if you don't like the, the current set of characters, there's, always a good set right around the corner. Like, again, like, I didn't really, like, there really wasn't a character in that, other than the villains, that I was like, yep, pet shop. Like, other than the villains, I didn't really dislike any of the characters in JoJo. Like, I didn't go, like, a lot of anime, I'm like, ugh, this character. But in JoJo, not so much. There were a lot more villains that were designed to be despicable, but that's just kind of like the writing style. But, the main villains were interesting, obviously, the main characters are always usually interesting, so... No, seriously, if you give JoJo's Bizarre chance, like, if you give JoJo's Bizarre Adventure another chance, it gets really good. Just hang in there and just keep watching. Also, if you're watching the dub version, you're doing it wrong. Which, yeah, hold on a second. Gonna have to also emit another game suggestion. Yeah, so, because Giorno Giovanna joined us, I'm gonna have to fully admit that most expensive game I own, not collector's edition, not, like, incredibly, well, it is incredibly hard to find, but, like, non-collector's edition, non-special edition version of a game I own is actually JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on PS1. And yes, this is the American release. This is not a bootleg. This is... Yep, it was sold somewhere at some store. You can see there's actually a little price tag on it, like a little barcode on it. Crack case and everything. Here's the official PS1 disc, black back. This is an actual copy of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on PS1. It is the rarest game I own. And one of these days, I'd like to stream it and show you guys the game itself. Because not only is it a really good fighting game made by Capcom, it's also a really good fighting game made by Capcom that actually has a story mode. And that's kind of like the arcade mode, kind of, but like, it actually follows, Stardust Crusaders, which is really cool because the game came out in the 90s and this was before the anime really took off. So, never stream Rugrats in Paris. Don't tempt me. That game is horrible. Oh my god, thank you for bringing up those memories. It's so bad. Jesus, oh my god. You just triggered my PTSD of Rugrats in Paris. Oh my god. The movie's fine, but like the game, Jesus Christ, the game. Everyone has their worst games. I have mine. I have like a compiled 10 games that are some of my worst. I don't really do top 10 anymore, but like, it is in my 10 worst. Yep, I brought it into college, and yeah, it was like more of a thing of, hey, you want to guys laugh for a few minutes? And yeah, it's so bad. It is just so bad. Like, it is so bad. Yoshi's Story is not one of them. Yoshi's Story is fine. It's short, it's stupidly easy, but it's fine. It works. Yoshi's Island is a fun, cute little game, but it's also a baby game made for babies. You know? I'm not going to lie, it is just a stupid, easy game for babies. Like, if Dark Souls is incredibly hard, Yoshi's Story is incredibly easy. So, but I don't hate Yoshi's Story, but I do think it's too easy compared to Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which is the better game. And Yoshi's Island is one of my favorite games, which you can actually play right now on Switch. Although, and I don't think it's the best version, since I actually like the Game Boy Advance version, because it just adds a little bit more sound effects to it, and actually have more, you know, I think it actually has more processing power, or RAM, or whatever, than it has actually more, like, going from, like, 16-bit to 32-bit is actually a lot more improvement. You know, it's, like, similar frame rates, it's just... Yeah, the Game Boy Advance version is actually a lot better, so... Oh, wow. I am going a lot longer than I said I was going to. Goodness gracious me. So, yeah, 3-minute warning. So, yeah, Yoshi's Island, great game. Yoshi's Story, good game, but too easy. Also, it did give us one really good thing. If you guys haven't seen it, it's like there's this one recap cartoon of both games, and they're both hilarious. It's... Just type in Yoshi's Island on YouTube, and it's like one of the first things that pops up. It's really freaking funny. I forget the name of it, though, so you're gonna have to, like, look it up yourself, so... I'm hoping he does. I mean, it's because of Joe, you know... Either way, I'm like... Giovanna's presence here has maybe eventually reevaluate, you know, JoJo. And yeah, I still really hold it the high regard. So thanks, Giorno. Alright, B West, 1 minute warning. Actually, no minute warning. Just shut up. Like, you're gonna shut up shop here, so... Let's see, please close the gate. Yeah, sorry, like, it just... No minute warning. Yeah, sorry, I just had to, call it a day because I'm so tired. And my black coffee, despite being fantastic and being incredibly strong, I'm also very tired, so... Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you, B West. Thank you so much for joining us. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Gioji Nirvana, seriously, thanks for joining us. That was actually a treat. Allison, A-Dog, Ellie. Thank you so much for joining us as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for actually, watching. But, like, yeah, I am unfortunately a little too tired tonight, so I definitely have to go to sleep pretty soon. But thank you again so much from the bottom of my heart, for joining in this Animal Crossing stream. If you haven't already, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. All it works. All of it's fine. Yes, thank you for, listening to my rambles. Thanks for bearing with me. And Girano, thank you so much for letting me know my audio sucks. That's actually a lot helpful. Ladies and gentlemen, just remember, I'm up for feedback. So if something's up in my streams and it's not up to snuff, please feel free to let me know. But yeah, next time we'll be doing going back to COD Classic. We're going to continue where we left off, and hopefully get through a couple more missions from that, and that will probably be tomorrow, which I'll be scheduling tonight for tomorrow. So keep in touch, stay tuned, thank you so much for watching, and have a